Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? Before we get started, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. All the information you're going to need is in the description box below, along with my email address, Trish's email address, so you can get a hold of us at any time, even if you just need to talk, okay? So, get your coffee, maybe some chocolate. Definitely your comfy pants, because you just never know with me what's going to come out of my mouth, what's going on in the world today. It's just, what's really going on in my head right now is the devastation that we saw last night in Texas at the synagogue. And I only pray for the health and well-being of the victims. It's sad. We know why it happened, because of the retaliation that this person wanted to seek, because of the person who was eventually caught, sentenced, and imprisoned for the attempted murder of a U.S. soldier. And but that is no reason at all whatsoever to harm innocent civilians. I am, yes, angel face, I know. I am just shocked and I'm appalled. I know. At this even happening. And all I can do and all we can do as a community is pray for these people, the victims of this horrific event. So, what we're going to be speaking on in today's video is quite a few things, okay? As you all know, to always look in the description box below, which is right below the video, okay, for all of the most important links of the topics of today's video, okay? Also, there's also links for small businesses that are owned by people in this wonderful community that we all belong to and we all love, okay? So if you're ever looking for, really great items to add to your prepper pantries, please always look in the description box below, okay? Really great books, homemade quilts, candles, okay? Even a really awesome inventory system that I use myself, okay? Even if you need a mechanic, okay? Everything is in the description box below, all right? So, and we had a wicked storm come through here this morning. I have my windows open, and the devastation in Tampa Bay was horrible. It was horrible. So, that's why you probably hear a lot of wind. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any more rain today, but fresh air, you know what I mean? Which is, I think, what we all need today. It's just some fresh air. But what I want to share with you today, okay, is this was sent to me almost a week ago, and she said, this article is an old article from 2013. It isn't verified, but it does show what can happen in an SHTF situation and how horrible it will get. It's something your viewers should read. And I'm like, okay. And it's called 1 Year in Hell, A Personal Liberty. And I have read this before, okay? So the link is in the description box below. It's about Bosnia. And I have done an entire video about Bosnia, okay? And what those people went through. And I feel that Bosnia is an amazing reference of why people should pray, about how a country can literally just fall, just like that. And what happens to a people in time of such horrendous situation, and what they will do in order to survive. It's, you want to talk about awful, and what women did. I don't even want to go there. I mean, what a woman would do for a can of Spam in Bosnia. Okay, so this link will obviously be in the description box below. Okay. So, you know, just so you know, okay. And plus, you know, if you want to watch my old video, okay, that, you know, is also out there as well, okay. So these, excuse me, this was brought to me by a subscriber, okay. You all know and love him as an awakening warrior, okay. He said, this is what 30 paper towels in a 1-gallon Mylar bag looks like. Not bad. You could probably fit them in without folding them, but you lose so much space on the sides and it makes it uneven. So folded, they fit exactly, and it makes the whole bag uniform thickness, which makes it easier to stuff in a bag. O2 absorbable or suck it even thinner. I did the same thing with other things too. Waterproof world. And there's an extra pic of Mystery in the brand new bed. Oh, his dog. He's got the cutest little pepperonis. He really does. So I'm going to put these pictures in of what he did with the paper towels, so you guys can get some really great prepping tips and tricks. He is awesome when it comes to prepping tips and tricks. So look at these pictures. Okay, so now there's going to be another link in the description box below, okay? And this subscriber, she got a hold of me, and in the subject line, it caught me off guard. And I'm like, wait a minute. Washington Board of Health may be lining up for a forced lockdown. Shut the front door. What? And she said, Northwest governments have done plenty of scary things over the nearly 2 years since the Rona first arrived. Few are as terrifying as the Washington State Board of Health planning to add Rona to the list of diseases for which it has authority to order law enforcement to forcibly detain and quarantine people. It's not a law. It's even crazier. They're going to be a brawl at the health department. The 10 workers at the health department were appointed by the governor. Can you imagine what will happen across America now at state health departments now? When America learns of this, my jaw is on the floor. I'm speechless. I don't even want to think about something like that happening. I mean, girl, no. So then, another link that'll be in the description box below, okay? Governor Inslee deployed the National Guard to help out at Spokane, Washington Hospital, okay? And, but I've heard of this happening all over the country about the National Guard helping out. These people are medically trained, yes? I would hope so. So, then there's also going to be another link, okay, about how duck, okay, is the first wild bird flu case in the U.S. in 5 years. Duck. 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 Goose. Oh, shut up. So, listen to this. 2 pictures are coming at you, okay? And along with this email, she said, I just went to the food pantry and was given these boxes. Lots of fresh stuff this time, which I'm very excited about because I freeze most of them. Produce doesn't last long. No, it does not. We have all been seeing this and experiencing this. Produce, for some reason, is literally going rotten after about 3 days. And so I wanted to share what I do with this. First of all, there are 7 people in my family, so this is like 2 days of food for us. But to make it stretch farther, we eat half of the fruits and veggies and dice and freeze the other half. Some veggies that keep well frozen are peppers, onions, celery, carrots, zucchini, broccoli. I use these for soup and stir fry, fried rice with the other items, and I have saved doing the same thing. Some fruits that are good to freeze are bananas and mangoes and berries and peaches, pineapple and grapes. We use these to make smoothies towards the end of the week. The food pantries here in Texas rotate their food so that you don't always get the same items, which is wonderful. I usually get lots of pasta, cans, but was shocked to see none of it this time. I thank God for pushing me to prep after we had that major freeze. That changed my whole view on life. We were without water, but had electricity. My kids collected snow, and we had it in buckets in the bathtub thawing, and then my husband strained it and boiled it, and we didn't stop there, though. We added a shot of rum for flavor. I like your way of thinking. Boiled water tastes nasty, and we would dilute it with apple juice, and we had on hand. Fun times. But we did learn a lot from that. Speaking of water, when I go to the store, I always buy milk because I know I'm saving $1 every time. What? Yeah. Any plastic with the triangle number 2, 4, 5 are the best and will take longer to deteriorate. Number 1 will deteriorate much quicker. You never notice those numbers. Most foods come in number 1 containers, but milk comes in the number 2. And so does gallon water jugs. So I sanitize all my milk jugs and then fill them with water. Save $1. I hope this makes sense and is helpful. One more thought. I saw the Beyond Meats at the store. Yeah, so appetizing. Yuck. So these 2 pictures are of her food pantry things that she received. Okay, she got a whole chicken. She got watermelon, yogurts, peppers, yams, carrots, cabbage. And then this is what she saw at the store, the Beyond sausage. Oh, Lord. Hell no. Look. And then someone is trying to challenge me. Yeah, no coffee. Yeah. You want to try it? Here, look. And the link, okay, for the information about the mysterious gene found in the Georgia sewer water that resists most powerful antibiotics, that's going to be in the description box below, okay? And also, there's also a link to a video, all right, about this, okay, about Russia sending an amphibious fleet into the Baltic Sea, and Sweden puts military on high alert. That's in the description box below, all right? Now, this was taken at Walmart, okay? Part of normal stocked foods at Walmart. And I have bought this before because I wanted, when my mom, well, Sean's mom, okay, when she started prepping, when I finally convinced her to start prepping, she was online and she was like, I'll just buy a whole bunch of that freeze-dried food that I constantly see advertised on Facebook, you know, for Patriot Supply, stuff like that. But this is someone who's on a very, very tight, limited budget, more so than me and you, okay? And I'm like, Mom, you want to talk about tight budget. So what I did was, when I was doing a prep haul, okay, I stopped at Walmart because I knew that they were selling these for $20 a bucket. So I bought her one, and I brought it to her. She opened it up and looked at it, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm so glad you did this because I'll never buy this stuff. Exactly. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, now this information was sent to me, okay, yesterday morning, okay, word began leaking out about Russia, Belarus, that those countries had undertaken a silent mobilization of reservists, okay, just like the video that I put in the link to the video in the description box, okay. Now, some checking had been done on this, okay, and this was all confirmed, okay, and late Wednesday, okay, Russia began a silent mobilization of its reserve army forces, and very quietly, reservists were contacted and told to begin reporting for duty. At train stations, bus depots, folks began noticing large numbers of younger Russian men with duffel bags heading onto trains and buses, whatnot, okay? And they also noticed that there were some extra buses were added with no, like, town names on the buses, and they were full of young guys. And quiet inquiries by covert intel assets confirmed reserve military members who were being called up by Russia. Now, estimates right now indicate that there's upwards of 200,000 reservists have been quietly called up and have proceeded to and are presently headed to various Russian military bases. Okay. Now, in Belarus, am I saying that right? Whatever. Similar quiet activities have been noticed. Okay. There are two subtle inquiries of parents at train stations verified that their sons had been called into military service. Thus, as it stands right now, Russia admits to having about 125,000 of its troops stationed within its territory, but on the western area, okay, of the country near Ukraine. Now, we already know that at least 7 more trains of troops, tanks, artillery, missiles, and other armor were visually verified as moving west, okay, from far eastern and central Russia as of Friday. Now, with those trains, it is now estimated that Russia deployed active duty forces in the southwest of their country will reach about 175,000 by today, by Sunday, today, okay? And with reservists now reporting for duty, that number can quickly grow to 300,000. If Belarus is doing the same, that could ultimately add another 200,000 to any fight that erupts. And total manpower between the two countries would then be 500,000. It does not take anywhere near that number to invade and conquer Ukraine. But it may take that number to enter other countries at the same time. What we see unfolding, all right, in Eastern Europe right now is unprecedented since I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. So moving on. I'm going to put 4 pictures in. Okay. A subscriber sent me these of her starter garden. Okay. She said she got seeds started in the greenhouse, which is awesome sauce. I love it. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts started 3 days ago, and they're up already. It's beautiful. Thought you could use some positive photos as little change from the ugly negative stuff going on. I know. I hate the ugly negative stuff. I really do. But you guys know me as the truth sayer. And the truth is never pretty, is it? So, the big tomato plants I rescued a week ago from out by the chicken coop. And it has blooms on it. A good sign. Yes, it is. There are 3 to 4 honeybees in the greenhouse today while I was putting seeds in. As always, pray, prep, and praise God. Beautiful. Oh, look at those blossoms on that tomato plant. Oh, my. Orange trees. Oh, girl. Oh, how beautiful. Look at these beautiful plants. And then this email was sent to me. She wanted to say that she has been ordering from Azure, A-Z-U-R-E standard, the last 6 months, and have been able to stock up on grains, spices, Mylar bags, O2 absorbers, and lots more at great prices. It's been a bit different because you meet the truck at the drop site once a month, but the shipping fees are so reasonable, it's worth it. Besides being very affordable, most items are organic, and staying healthy is more important than ever. I very much agree with you. I do have a referral code if anyone is interested. So if you want to write this referral code right next to the AZURE standard, okay, the referral code is capital K, lowercase ARI, capital R, lowercase OSKAM, and then the number 1, okay? They had a few hiccups during October and November, and a few things were out of stock, but that is getting better as the stores are starting to clear out. My last order had a 1 out of stock item out of 40. I believe this service is most of the U.S. now. A tip for stocking meds: insurance will set limits on how often you can get refills, preventing you from stocking up. Yes, I do know that because I'm going through that myself. A work around is using coupons from Single Care or GoodRx. I have had my doctor write 90-day prescriptions and refill them every 45 to 60 days. It might be cheapest to go to a pharmacy you don't normally go to, so you may need to be flexible. It may also be a little bit more expensive than if you go through insurance, but it has given me a lot of peace of mind since one of my meds is extremely critical. Yeah, same with me. Same with me. Then this, lordy, lordy. There's going to be a link in the description box below for those of us that have propane, gas stoves, stuff like that in our homes. Listen up. Link in the description box below. Effort to ban gas stoves, January 2020. Okay? God help us all. That's going to affect my mom. And then, you know, this email was sent to me. She said, I went to visit a friend to pick up some preps, and she had gotten for me. Her daughter is involved with the current party in power. Okay, listen up, listen up. She said, in all likelihood, ration, coupons, and cards are in the future. You know what that means. The last time we had things like that was when? During the Great Depression. Okay? She repeatedly stressed this. If you are given a coupon or a card for food rations, go get them. Did you hear me? Do I need to repeat myself? Go get them. All right? You don't want anyone to think that you might have some food and not need the rations. Take what they offer every time. Stay on the down low with your preps. On a side note, don't get rid of your old worn clothes or something that may be too big. How many times has this been stressed by other people? If you have lost weight and you still have your clothes from when you were overweight, keep them. All right? I mean, you may need to dress to blend in, gray man, with the rest of those getting rations. I took off the last piece of jewelry my husband gave me 30 years ago and put it away. A pendant necklace. I no longer feel safe wearing it. The only jewelry I wear, okay, I don't wear any of my jewelry, okay, I really don't. And, you know, I mean, I've got jewelry that was handed down, family heirlooms, all right? I've got my great-grandmother's wedding band, okay? That ring is 150 years old, all right? I've got my grandmother's wedding band, all right? The only thing that I wear is my wedding band, all right here. And you see this bracelet? It's a mom bracelet that Andrew had gotten for me for Christmas. And it's a Disney, okay, because I love and adore Disney. And it says, on the inside, it's engraved. And it says, everything I am, you helped me to be. All right. So this is the only two things that I wear. I don't wear my earrings anymore, my necklaces anymore. If you notice, because I always used to wear this one particular necklace, okay? And that one particular necklace had my niece's ashes in it. I don't wear that anymore. I'm too afraid to wear anything because someone can come up and, okay? And those are that's the one thing I don't ever want to lose, is my niece's remains, right? I don't wear anything like that anymore. I can't afford to. I don't want to ever lose that. It's the only thing I have of my little girl. You know what I mean? So, then this was sent to me. This wise ass. She said, thought you could use a little levity today. And before I go, I wanted to share this with you, okay? I found out about this yesterday. And when I saw this, I said, dear God, you know, what else? What else? You know, because one of my goals this year, okay, because you guys know me, okay, I love my trees, my fruit trees, okay. As of right now, I have 23 fruit trees on my property that I have planted myself, okay, and I have planted these over the past 2 years. And this year, I have every intention of planting 23 more. And that's without a joke. That's without a word of a lie, okay? Because the one thing I don't know how to do is lie. So my husband's son say, I'm a goof anyway. But when I found this out, and as I'm saying this, okay, because I'm sitting in my bedroom right now, in my little cubby hole, okay, and I'm looking out my window, and I'm looking at my papaya tree as I say this. I'm actually afraid to plant any more trees, and I'll tell you why. There was a legal battle about 16 years ago. About 18,000 homeowners in Central Florida, which is where I am. I'm in the Tampa Bay area, okay? We're supposed to be paid more than $42 million collectively by the state of Florida for destroying our citrus trees during an effort to eradicate a harmful citrus disease. But what they're doing still to this day is they're coming by even private homeowners and bagging and tagging pretty much our citrus trees. And they're destroying them, or they're just ripping them out of the ground. Now, like I said, I have 23 on my property, and I have every intention, or I want to, plant 23 more. I'm completely fenced in here in my backyard, okay? And I want all along my fenced area, I want it to all trees, just all citrus trees, and I want to start planting walnut and pecan and everything. I want everything. I want 95% of my property to be edible. That's my goal. But I'm like, what if they bag and tag again? What if they come by and rip them out of the ground? I don't know. None of my trees are diseased. None of them. My nectarine tree is fine. My kumquat tree is fine. My lime tree is fine. My lemon tree is fine. My orange tree is fine. They're all fine. So, with that, I will see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. Keep smiling and laughing. And as always,